Okay, shalom, shalom, brother Kadash. I want to give our praise to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So I just kind of want to respond back to Deacon of IUIC. I don't necessarily know his name myself, um, but I just want to respond back to this video that I seen. And he was talking about the Springfield incident where they came down to Springfield to march, and we came out there just to like salute our brothers and stand with our brothers, right? And they gave us the cold shoulder. They pretty much was like, don't deal with them and everything like that. So his excuse, which you're gonna hear him speak about it, is that we came with cameras, But I mean, they had cameras too. So maybe you could say, okay, maybe we were a little bit too excited because IUIC was in Springfield, a little small Springfield. 120, 150,000 people, IUIC's coming to Springfield. We don't never see any other Israelites, but, IUIC's coming. So it's 1,000 Israelites out here in Springfield for this moment of time. Maybe we were a little bit too excited and we had our cameras out, even though they had their cameras on, was filming and us, pointing the cameras directly at us too, But my whole thing is that you could have just said that. You could have just said, "Hey, we don't do the camera thing." But let's let him say it, then I'll speak a little bit.
When we was at our men's conference, I had to tell the men, them dudes y'all was talking about in Springfield, they walked up to us with cameras in our face while we...
Well, and then you see, so he's mad about it because he's calling us those dudes. Now we supposed to be the same blood. We supposed to be the children of Israel. Why not just refer to us as those brothers? But they don't even really look at us as brothers because I guess because we're not a part of IUIC. Would he refer to like a IUIC member as those dudes, or would he say those brothers? And this is the thing with the separation between the camps, and this is what it brings, what I mean? So it's just, why not just say those brothers, Well, if the Lord came back today, right, and he wasn't a part of IUIC, right, and well, we know the Lord would be wearing a garment with fringes on, right, as he did. I mean, would you refer to the Lord as just those dudes, you know what I mean? But it's about, but we'll let him keep on.
A cap. That's a hostile move. You don't pull cameras out. I'm a grown man and I'm on my business, and somebody come up with a camera to me, I'm going in defense mode. I'm not gonna let...
Right, so if that was the case, then you guys had cameras on us too. But so basically you're saying it's okay for you guys to, when the moment we walked up, y'all had cameras on us. Y'all pointed y'all cameras towards us, so that's okay. But then for us to have a camera out, that's not okay. So my problem with it is that, okay, it's no law, statute, or commandment in the Bible that says don't greet your brother with a camera. And there's nothing in the Bible that says, okay, well, if a person greets you with a camera on, get defensive and get mad at them and treat them a certain type. It don't say that in the Bible. So the rule of, if a guy approaches me that it seems like he lives by, because he just said that with a camera, I'm going to get defensive like he just said, that's not something that the Lord commanded us to do. That's just something that you do, your preference, right? So cool, understanding that we're not you, then you should understand, okay, maybe we don't know that you move that way. So it's simply, you could have just said, hey, we don't do the cameras. Y'all got to put the cameras down. Guess what? We would have put the cameras down. We would have put the camera down. We had one camera, a GoPro. We would have put the GoPro down. You know what I mean? So it sounds like an excuse. The real reason why they treated us the way they treated, it sounds like what he's about to say.
Somebody record me. So I'm going to tell them, yo, move. That's what happened in Springfield with Sonia Massey. We ain't know them dudes. Them dudes look like GMS and
Okay, now that's the truth. The first thing is just an excuse. That's a delusion. A camera, because we had a camera in our hand. You grown man, y'all could talk. We did not come up to no camp with, now the camp was on the corner, but brothers was standing around. It was another 20, 30 brothers just standing around. We went to those brothers because we know, don't interrupt the teacher, the camp teacher, or whoever's speaking, the speaker, while he's teaching. Don't interrupt him. We ain't get nowhere near the camp. They wasn't gonna let us. They had security anyways. We went to just the brothers that was just standing around. You could see that from the video on the channel. So that's an excuse, Now the true reason, which is what he's about to explain, is because we look like GMS, right? Now, me, I would say, well, what does it mean we look like GMS? But even still, though, that's the point. That's the reason why you get understanding. And all things get understanding. So you have to speak to a person. Then you get the understanding when you speak to the person. Like, man, y'all with GMS? We would have said no. Okay, now we passed that. Okay, they not with GMS. Okay, what are you brothers down here for? We just down here to salute you. But they wouldn't even give us the chance to even speak with us, to even find out. And then even though they wouldn't even speak to us, I still said that. Without them, I said, look, we not with no camp, we not down here to confront y'all or debate with y'all. We just down here to stand with our brothers, y'all antisocial. That's all I said. I even went out the way to say that, to explain to them, and they still treated us a certain type of way. So yeah, I mean, it's just a cover up, just to say, okay, now we the good guys, as IUIC, we the good guys. Those dudes, we don't know who those dudes are, and we about to bam. So it is what it is, to the point. My point now is like, I ain't really worried about the whole camp stuff. Not saying I'm against camps or for camps. I'm not even worried about it. I'm just focusing on the Lord and what the Lord told us to do and what the Lord put on our plate, and just wait till the Lord come back and correct everything. This been going on in the Israelite community, the separation and stuff. Now you got IUIC, and if you're not a part of that, then you a black Hebrew Israelite now. So it's just on and on. You know what I mean? So semantics. So it's like we said, we too insignificant to even worry about anything like that. You know what I mean? So we let those guys do those things. Revelations, believe 22 says, let the righteous be righteous, let the wicked be wicked. And that's just what we doing. We gonna find out.
MS has a habit of doing that. And if you've been in the Israelite community, you'll know that that happens. They just roll up on some disrespect, on some doctrine. So we got to be on the defensive. So y'all can't use.
I mean, okay, and I get it. You are on the defensive, but then that's why you speak, and then you get some understanding, right? It's just simple things, right? Like, let's just say, different camps believe different things, but we believe that, angels walk amongst us. Let's just say if it was an angel, that was disguised, unawares. That's what we believe, right? And the angel had a long garment on, because he said we look like GMS because we had a long garment on with fringes, right? And the angel had a long garment on with fringes on, which you would treat the angel the same way just because he looked like GMS, right? You see, so that's what we say, like, just get some understanding. We not even really mad at them about the situation, but we gonna point it out what happened. We ain't gonna lie and hide. Why would we lie and hide something? Just like believers of the way, those brothers, on the comment board, because I was watching it. They were a lot of people was on the comment board saying that they were crying and stuff, and they could have handled this. But why would they? Like, why would they try to hide anything? See, if it's something bad and it ain't something righteous and something ain't coming from the light, of course you want to hide it. You want to hide bad things. But if it's the truth, why hide the truth? Why can't those brothers come out on a video and just say, look, this is what happened. These incidents happened. This is how we feel about it. What's the problem with that? Y'all want them to hide something? Y'all don't want them to expose something? Why? Because it shines a bad light on your favorite camp? That goes back to high school, bro. Like, that's man worshiping right there. The people that's saying that. What's the problem with them speaking? They not bashing. I watched the video. They didn't bash anybody, call anybody out their name or nothing crazy like that. They just saying this is what happened and this is the problem and why can't they? But I mean, at this point, I'm to the point where, this ain't gonna change, man. This gonna happen every year. It's gonna be another camp that's gonna go against a camp. It's gonna be contention and stuff like that. I don't know what IUIC and GMS got going on. They got big hatred towards each other and stuff like that, I guess so. And maybe we just got caught up in the middle of it because we look like we're from them and stuff like that. But that's what happens. That's the point. That's what happens when you separate yourself into groups like that. We should be the children of Israel, and then we have 12 tribes. But when you separate yourself, I believe they call it, you become fractionalized, right? And that's how they destroy and take down countries. You know, they turn everybody against each other in little small fractions of groups, and then they could conquer them. So same thing when they came to America and they conquered the Native Americans. It was because the Native Americans were fractionalized. They were in little small groups, and they could take this one down and move to this territory, then take that one down and move to this territory. Whether if they were united when the U.S. Army government would have came over, because that's what we could call it, because that's what it was and what it still is. When they came over and start fighting against one tribe, then they could have alerted all the rest of the tribes around America and came with backups and then fought them off. But being fractionalized is what gets you defeated. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you're seeing right now with the Israelite movement. It's fractionalized, and that's why it's being defeated like that. Some people may think things are going good in the community, some people don't. That's a different argument, but that's what you see, and that's what happened when you separate yourself into a group, and then you got branding, and then you got, this is my team. You're going to have contention anytime you do that. You're going to have contention. So that's why when the Lord comes back, it speaks about this in Ezekiel 20. When the Lord comes back, he's gonna cause us to pass under the rod, and then and then it says what? He's gonna roughly paraphrase, he's gonna get rid of the rebels, because the Lord gonna come back and he gonna say, look, this is what it is now, and he gonna teach us and correct us. It's the same thing that happened on the time of Moses when we went into the wilderness. That was a period of time for the Lord to correct us. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord gonna start that correction. And if you rebel against it, because the Lord said this is what it is, but you saying, nah, my camp is what it is. My camp, my branding, this is what it is. The Lord gonna get rid of you. So that's what's gonna happen. So it's just a little response to it, just to clear it up, which ain't nothing major. It was like a small little incident. We wasn't even down there that long, but they had cameras in our face, and if that's your excuse, then you could have just told us to put the cameras down. But his true excuse is what he's talking about now.
What's that example without speaking to us? There's no camp that's gonna come to us, and we're gonna be get the fuck away from us.
Well, that's literally what happened. We came to y'all, and y'all basically said don't talk to them. Anyway, salvation to the election.